Hello and welcome to a fresh new episode of Science Monitor, our weekly update on all that is happening in the field of science and technology in and around the country. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you. Let's take a look at the headlines first. A proud moment for the nation. Indian student is part of the team that won the Caltech Space Challenge. Elective neck dissection, a new ray of hope for oral cancer patients. All connections with MOM snapped as ISRO's Mangalyaan enters 15-day blackout period. 4 Indian universities in the top 40 indicate the Times Higher Education BRICS and Emerging Economies Rankings 2015. In our In Focus segment today, we will discuss about food preservatives and additives and the perils they pose. And now news in detail. In a proud moment for the nation, the team with a student from the Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, has won the Caltech Space Challenge. Mr. Shanti Swaroop Kandla is one of the selected participants from hundreds of applicants worldwide. Now, Kandla is chosen to provide vital inputs in the design challenge. More in this report.
India's acumen in space science is acclaimed worldwide. And now, when NASA's next mission lands on an asteroid, India will have every reason to be proud of. For providing vital input to the mission is Shanti Swaroop Kandla, an Indian research scholar who is one of the selected participants of the team that has won the Caltech Space Challenge. Shanti Swaroop Kandla is a second-year PhD scholar at the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering of Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. Shanti Swaroop is among the 32 students selected from 104 universities across 19 countries. Caltech Space Challenge is an international student space mission design competition organized at the California Institute of Technology. The challenge consisted of a 1-week mission design competition where students were challenged to develop a mission design for the asteroid redirect mission, the next mission of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory of NASA. The two teams, Explorer and Voyager, were to produce a viable mission to land astronauts on an asteroid, extract resources from it, and demonstrate the usage of the raw materials. Both teams were first collectively mentored on different aspects of the mission by eminent scientists. Afterwards, each member of the group presented individual contributions to the project subsystems based on their skills and strengths. Mr. Kandla was responsible for presenting the engineering aspect of the mission, which included launching the various modules along with new technologies for a multi-purpose docking module, a robotic arm, and a life-supporting system. While the competition was intense, Team Voyager, of which Mr. Kandla was a part of, has won the challenge. The reports submitted by the winning and the runner-up teams will be considered while designing the actual NASA mission.
Incidences of oral cancer are on the rise world over, and so a lot of research is being done to treat this ailment effectively. While physicians still grapple with effective management of oral cancer, now a team of researchers from Tata Memorial Centre, Mumbai, proved the effectiveness of elective neck dissection in treating oral cancer. So will the new procedure prove to be the new hope for victims of oral cancer? Let us see in this report.
Oral cancer is one of the most commonly occurring cancers worldwide, with 450,000 new cases being reported each year. Contrary to the popular belief, oral cancer is today not limited to the developing world. Attributed to factors like tobacco and alcohol, effective management and treatment of oral cancer is a challenge worldwide. Now, a clinical procedure study by a team of researchers from the Tata Memorial Centre in Mumbai may revolutionize the treatment of oral cancer. The study, led by acclaimed surgeon Dr. Anil D. Cruz, consists of a randomized controlled trial of a procedure called elective neck dissection. The study has answered the 5-decade-old question of whether or not to perform a neck lymph node surgery at the time of removal of tumors in patients with early stages of oral cancer. Elective neck dissection refers to the surgical removal of neck lymph nodes to prevent future relapse in the primary stages, and the therapeutic approach is a wait-and-watch strategy where surgery of lymph nodes is done only after relapse. While the therapeutic wait-and-watch approach claims to prevent damages caused by neck surgeries like long-term shoulder pains and infections, the Tata Memorial study approves the elective neck dissection.
Elective neck dissection should be the standard of care for early oral node negative squamous cell cancers based on the findings of our study. For every 8 patients who undergo elective neck dissection, 1 death is prevented. And for every 4 patients who undergo elective neck dissection, 1 recurrence is prevented.
According to researchers, trial in 596 patients demonstrate that elective neck dissection increased overall survival by almost 13% and reduced the relative risk of death by 36% compared to observing patients and operating upon relapse. The procedure also showed 55% reduction in the risk of relapse or death, with 23.6% absolute increase in 3-year disease-free survival. The result of the study has been published in the world's top medical journal, the New England Journal of Medicine. The study was also widely acclaimed as it was presented at the plenary session of the annual meeting of American Society of Clinical Oncology, held in Chicago on 31st May 2015.
With expected lifetime over and still going strong, ISRO's Mangalyaan has been aiding the researchers with valuable photographs and data on Mars over the last many months. Now, for the first time, Mangalyaan has entered a 15-day-long blackout period as the sun blocks the Earth from Mars. Mangalyaan will remain eclipsed until ISRO resumes communication with it on 22nd of June.
Dodging many obstacles and gathering data continuously to deepen our understanding of Mars, India's Mars Orbiter mission has completed 8 successful months in space. The spectacular images captured by the orbiter and the interesting data gathered during these 8 months has surprised the scientific community, who has been monitoring it from the day one. But now the mission has entered its blackout phase as the sun blocks the Earth from the red planet till 22nd June. The 15 days blackout phase commenced on 8th of June. During this phase, all the communication links with Mangalyaan will remain snapped. The orbiter was programmed to undergo the transition and was also put on autonomous mode in advance by sending the required commands by the ISRO. This is the first time since its launch that the orbiter will be out of touch for such a long time. However, ISRO's Track and Command Network Center has already tested the spacecraft's ability to survive a solar eclipse by simulating the conditions earlier. The 5 scientific instruments on board the spacecraft will continue to collect data during the blackout and relay them after June 22nd to the Earth stations for analysis, when the control is regained. Orbiting around Mars since September 24, 2014, the 1,340 kg spacecraft is on an extended life after completing the 6-month intended lifespan on March 24th this year.
Times Higher Education BRICS and Emerging Economies Rankings 2015 are out, and 4 Indian universities have been ranked amongst the top 40. With many institutes showing an improvement in ranking compared to the last year, 7 Indian universities have been ranked among the top 100. Let's take a look.
In the knowledge-driven economy, quality education is a mandate, and so is time-to-time assessment of the quality. Assessing the standards of educational institutions worldwide, the Times Higher Education BRICS and Emerging Economies Rankings 2015 was published recently. The report has ranked the Indian Institute of Science Bangalore as 25th in a ranking of universities from BRICS and other emerging economies. Indian Institute of Science Bangalore, India's topmost institute of scientific research and higher education. The rankings show that India now has 4 universities in the top 40: IISc, IIT Bombay, IIT Roorkee and Punjab University Chandigarh, and 7 more in the top 100, which includes other IITs of Bangalore, Madras, Delhi, Kanpur, Guwahati and Kharagpur, Aligarh Muslim University and Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi. While some Indian institutes have lost ground and have dropped in their rankings compared to last year, most of them have shown improved rankings. According to the list, China's Peking University and Tsinghua University occupy the first and second positions, and Taiwan is the next best represented country. The rankings, which cover 18 countries, are on the lines of the World University Rankings and are composed of 13 performance indicators grouped into 5 differently weighted areas: teaching, research, citations, industry income, and international outlook. The requirement of the BRICS and emerging economy universities include a research output of 100 papers per year in the preceding 5 years, higher weightage for innovation in industry income, and lower weightage for international outlook.
And now it is time to take a short break. We'll be right back. Keep watching Science Monitor. Welcome back after the break. You're watching Science Monitor. Let us now have a look at some important science and technology activities happening in India and abroad in our next segment, Science Express.
Foreseeing the effect of reduced monsoon this year and possibility of a drought, Prime Minister has called for quick expansion of irrigation network and improve water usage in the farms of the country. The call was made in a high-level meeting of officials held in the capital recently, following the forecast that rains will be 88% of the long-term average this year and India might face its first drought in 6 years. The Prime Minister has directed a brief, intensive effort to increase the number of farm ponds and urgent shift in crop patterns, and urged the officials to ensure quick results for farmers by reviewing administrative mechanisms, financial arrangements, and technology use in irrigation. In an encouraging news, India's Mars orbiter mission Mangalyaan has been awarded the prestigious Space Pioneer Award for the year 2015 by the US National Space Society. The award was presented to Indian Space Research Organization in the Science and Engineering category during the 34th Annual International Space Development Conference held at Toronto in Canada during 20th to 24th May 2015. The National Space Society of USA has presented this award to ISRO in recognition of the success of Mars mission in the maiden attempt. While the rest of the country is gearing up for a reduced monsoon, the northeastern state of Assam grapples the effects of erratic monsoon. About 200 villages have been affected and thousands rendered homeless as flood hits the state following heavy rain for the past few days. According to reports, the floods have submerged at least 4,000 hectares of land and has adversely affected at least 80,000 people in 8 districts of the state. The worst affected districts are Lakhimpur and Sonatpur. Following the floods, the state government has set up 3 relief camps in Tinsukia district. In a major healthcare initiative under the Make in India campaign, India has signed an MOU with Netherlands for development of vaccines. Under this initiative, India's Bharat Immunologicals and Biologicals Corporation Limited will develop measles rubella vaccine at its plant in UP with technical support from Netherlands' premier vaccine development institute, Translational Vaccinology or Intravac. The MOU also aims at exploring the scope of cooperation in development of other vaccines and biologicals with DBT research institutes. In a rare astronomical feat, a cookery show was recently held in space. European Space Agency astronaut Samantha Cristoforetti has recently recorded a show-and-tell video demonstrating how to prepare a meal on board of the International Space Station. The video, which gives step-by-step instructions on how to prepare a meal in zero gravity, demonstrates the technological advances that has enabled the preparation of food in space, in contrast to the olden methods of frozen and dried food. The video also demonstrates the difficulties of preparing food in space as compared to Earth. And in yet another baffling scientific discovery, a team of scientists at Australia's James Cook University have stumbled upon the climbing perch, a fish species that can survive and move outside water in the city of Townsville. Climbing perch is a peculiar and invasive species of fish that can live out of water for up to 6 days and can move on dry land due to a peculiar organ that enables it to breathe. According to experts, the fish is making its way to Australia's mainland from Papua New Guinea and is likely to be a threat to the native species because of their aggressiveness.
Colorful packages of tasty, easy-to-cook and healthy food adorns the shelves of many supermarkets and grocery stores today. But how true all the safety claims of these processed and packaged foods are? What are the common additives and preservatives that go into these packed foods, and how safe are they for our health? Well, we will explore the answers to these questions in our next segment, In Focus.
Freshly plucked fruits and vegetables, home-processed grains and carefully prepared snacks. Gone are the days of farm-fresh foods on tables. Today, with changing lifestyles and busy schedules, we have entered the era of processed, packaged and branded foods. But as we enthusiastically reach out to grab a can of juice or easy-to-cook food, are we aware of the chemical additives used to preserve the quality of these packed foods? With certain processed foods coming under scrutiny for the use of harmful chemicals, preservatives and additives, attention has turned towards understanding more about these chemical preservatives. Ajinomoto, a familiar name in India today. Though Ajinomoto is the name of the Japanese Food and Chemical Corporation, which produces seasonings, preservatives and cooking oils. We refer Ajinomoto to a common preservative, monosodium glutamate or MSG. Generally declared safe by the Food and Drug Corporation, monosodium glutamate or MSG is the sodium salt of the amino acid glutamic acid and is widely used in the food industry as a flavor enhancer. From soups and Chinese cuisines of restaurants to packaged foods, MSG gives an irresistible flavor to the food. But is it really safe?
Now this MSG, if it is in high quantity, can cause flushing, a condition called MSG syndrome, and it is also a source of allergy in many individuals. People who are allergic to MSG can have a severe allergic reaction. So therefore, MSG, it is a must internationally to label in your food product whether it contains MSG or not. It comes into the essential criteria, and if it is present, it must be in the permissible limit. In susceptible individuals, it can cause MSG syndrome.
Doctors think otherwise. According to experts, even small daily dose of MSG can result in severe allergies and long-term effects which includes headache, flushing, sweating, facial pressure or tightness, numbness, tingling or burning in the face, neck and other areas, heart palpitations, chest pain, nausea and severe weakness. Some other common additives used widely today are sodium benzoate and benzoic acid, sulfur dioxide and sulfides, potassium sorbate, propionates, sodium nitrate and sodium nitrite, BHA, butylated hydroxyanazole, BHT, butylated hydroxytoluene, additive colors such as brilliant blue, indigo teen, tartrazine and sunset yellow. These chemicals are routinely used in a wide range of food items, from packaged cereals to processed meat, sauces, fruit juices, jams, snacks, chips, soft drinks, bread, bakery and pickled products. Most of these chemicals are known to cause various allergic reactions and side effects. Some of the chemicals like sodium benzoates, sodium nitrates and BHAs are also known to cause various forms of cancers and behavioral problems in children. While we may admire products like refined grains and white bread, pastas, biscuits and cakes, it is important to note that processed grains are stripped of their fibers and nutrients to increase their shelf life and can cause weight gain, diabetes and hypertension. Chemicals which are added to give the crunch to baked snacks and chips can leach the calcium from your bones and cause weight gain. The caramelized sugar and salts used to coat cereals and brown breads can cause blood pressure and heart diseases in people, irrespective of age. While markets are flooding with the claims of healthy packed foods, it is important for us to know how to avoid harmful preservatives in our food. The ingredients on the labels should be carefully checked, and foods that contain natural preservatives such as ascorbic acid, citric acid, vinegar, salt and sugar should be preferred. Avoid processed or pre-packaged foods as much as you can. For a healthy life, we should try to have fresh home-cooked food. One of the safest and easiest ways to avoid preservatives is by eating certified organic food and food products.
Well, that is all for this episode of Science Monitor. Do tell us how do you like our program. You can send your feedback and suggestions. Our email ID is news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar C24, Qutub Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. Well, that is all for today. We'll be back with fresh news stories on science and technology again next week. Till then, stay tuned to Rajya Sabha TV and think scientific. Bye-bye.